Morning everybody. So today I thought I'd do a little how-to video on stable bandages or travelling bandages. I've got a helper here. I've given him some hay to try and get him to stand still, so fingers crossed he'll be a good boy. I've got my bandage and my gamgee. Now, so I mentioned on my blog, I think, that I did about bandages, that you can use gamgee or fibre-G underneath the bandages. Fibre-G in a lot of ways is a lot easier, and you can cut it to the right size and then reuse it. I don't have any that fits Chesney because actually I don't very often use stable bandages, and I've got travel boots for him. So I'm going to use gamgee. I've cut it vaguely to size. Yesterday morning when I tried to record this, Chesney knocked the camera on the floor and it all went horribly wrong. So we're trying again this morning. So as I say, I did cut that yesterday. I lost that when he knocked the camera off. So it's about the right size. Anyway, let's get going and we'll see how we get on this morning. So one of the key things before you start bandaging of any sort is to make sure it's rolled up correctly. So that when you get to the end, you have the ties in the right place or you have the Velcro in the right place. So this one is a Velcro bandage, and it's got very short Velcro. So actually it's not quite good enough. But anyway, so with the ties, you want to make sure that the ties are folded in so that you can bandage it, and then you roll and the ties over. So with this one, I do the Velcro up like that, and then carry on rolling it that way. A lot of people have their own ways of doing the bandage, doing the rolling. I don't find, certainly with stable bandages, they don't need to be particularly tight. This one isn't very clean because, as I say, I tried to film this yesterday and it was a bit of a disaster. So that's it. So when basically then that means that if you bandage this way, so you put it against them like that and go round and then unroll it, you'll end up with your Velcros on the right side for when you do it up. So let's go and bandage Chesney's leg. Good boy. And stand. Good boy. So we've got our gamgee. It's a little bits on because we tried yesterday. Good boy. I think this was the way we cut it. So you don't want your join on the front to put pressure on the cannon bone, or on the back to put pressure on the tendon. You want it to join in the middle here. So it's also going to go, the bandage is going to go from just below his knee all the way down to about here, but the gamgee can go a bit longer. Obviously you don't want to prevent him being able to move, but you want to be able to protect the important bits on his lower leg. So you can trim it obviously afterwards as well, so it's not really a problem, but that's the problem with gamgee, is it falls apart. I'm going to cut this bit off, down. So here's the gamgee. As I say, we don't want it to meet on the front of the tendon, of the cannon bone there, and put pressure on, and we don't want it to join on the tendon at the back. So ideally we want it to join on the side here. So we're going to place that bit there and pull this bit round. Front to back, just making sure the gamgee, and we want a little bit to overlap the side as well, like we did with the tail bandage. So I've done that, fold it down. It's a good boy, Chesney. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to go down in even, overlapping about half. can trim the gamgee at the end if we need to. Chesney is determined to prove he doesn't have to be horrible all the time. That's a little bit better. That one we're doing a bit bigger because we want a bit of a V at the front now. Then we're going back up. If we can, doing it the same, overlapping, and this strap bandage has got Velcro, but it's not long enough for Chesney's big leg, unfortunately. It doesn't meet. This is quite an old bandage. So as you can see, we've got the little V here, and then we've tried to do it even spacing. This is where we're going back up, and that's where we went down, so that's why that looks close. But down here we've tried to do even spacing. This bit I probably would trim a little bit off the bottom, but I'd still keep it down to about here to protect his coronet, but that he's going to stand on, obviously. And then it's coming up a little bit over his knee to keep his knee protected. So we've gone right up to his knee and down past his fetlock, so that will keep him nice and warm and cosy in the stable if he needed it, or protected in the trailer. So what a good boy you've been, Chesney. You've been a good boy today. He says, I don't understand what this is for. So I hope you found this video useful, maybe interesting, who knows, and I'll see you again soon, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Bye.